Hey boys and girls, our math lesson today is Module 7, Lesson 18. We're going to do this lesson in two parts because there's a lot of information and a lot of things that I need you boys and girls to do. So we're going to break it up to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you so it makes a little bit more sense. But boys and girls, today we're going to work out on constructing rectangles from a given number of unit squares and determine the perimeters. And those are really big words for just saying we're going to be finding the perimeter and the area of a shape. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and do our application story problem for today. Rita says that since 15 is larger than 12, she can draw more arrays to show 15 than she can show 12. Is she correct? Model to solve. So boys and girls, what you need to do on this story problem is draw all the arrays you can think of that go with 15 and all of the arrays you can think of that go with 12. So we'll do a sample one together. So I'll do one for 15. So 15, an array for 15 could be, you can see, 3 rows of 5. So this is an array that shows 3 and 5, and we know that 3 times 5 equals 15. So your job is to find as many arrays as you can to go with 15, and then we'll do one for 12 real fast. I'll help you out there. 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this array is 12 rows with 1 in each row. So that will show me that 12 times 1 is equal to 12. So you can see that I have an array for 15 and I have an array for 12. Your job is to see how many arrays you can think of that go with the product of 15 and how many arrays you can think of that go with the product of 12. So go ahead and do that, and then you'll pause the video and answer the question on is Rita correct? So here, boys and girls, you can look at my arrays for ways to show 15 and arrays to show 12. And we notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to show 15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways to show the product of 12, or the total of number of 12. So we know that Rita is incorrect. You can draw 6 arrays for 12, but only 4 arrays for 15. There are more arrays for 12 than 15. Alright, boys and girls, so we need to review what area is. When Mrs. Hanson was teaching you, boys and girls, she taught you that the area is the amount of space inside a shape. So the area is the inside. So how many squares are on the inside of this shape? 6. Correct. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the area of this shape is 6 square units. Okay, let's look at another shape. Let's look at this shape right here. How many squares are on the inside of this shape? So I could count all the squares. That's one way to find the area. Or I could see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares on my length. And then my width is 1, 2, 3, 4. So to find my area, I could just do my multiplication problem of 4 times 4 equals 16. So I know my area is equal to 16 square units. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out the area of this shape. Now there's a lot of squares in here, so I could count up all my squares, or I could multiply my length times my width. So my length is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is my length. I have 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 squares in each row. So these are just like the arrays that you did in the application problem. So I could just do 4 times 7 is equal to 28. And since we're doing area, I know it needs to be square units. Alright, boys and girls, your job is to figure out the area of my yellow, whoops, we'll change this, my yellow shape. So go ahead and count up how many you have on your length. And then count up how many you have in your width. Multiply them together, so you have your length times your width to figure out your area of the yellow shape. So go ahead and figure that out and then type it in onto the Edpuzzle. Alright, boys and girls, so now that we have reviewed area, we're going to find the area of these shapes, and then we're going to find the perimeter of each shape. So we have shape, we'll call this one shape A, and we'll call this one shape B. So I need to find my area of the shape, and I need to find the perimeter. So remember, my area is going to be the amount of squares that I have inside the shape. The area is the inside. We multiply. So I'm going to take my 1, 2, 3 is my length, 4 is my width, so I would find my area. I would do 3 times 4 is equal to 12 square units. Okay, so next I'm going to find the perimeter. And so when I find my perimeter, I want to figure out the distance all the way around the shape. So to find my perimeter, I'm going to add. So I have side length of 3 plus a side length of 4 plus a side length of 3 plus a side length of 4. This will give me my perimeter. So I know that 3 plus 3 equals 6, 6 plus 4 equals 10, and 10 plus 4 equals 14. So my perimeter is 14 units. And I can double check that just by adding or by counting up all these squares on the outside. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I counted 14 squares on the outside, which gives me my perimeter of 14. And I can double check my area to see how many squares I have on the inside. So I have 1. It's not very bright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 squares on the inside. Alright, boys and girls, so now it is your turn to figure out my perimeter and area for rectangle B. So remember, your area is the inside. You're going to see how many squares you have on the inside for your area. And then your perimeter is your outside. So go ahead and figure out your area and your perimeter for shape B. And then type those answers into the Edpuzzle. Alright, boys and girls, so to find my area, I would do, make sure I have the right color, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So my area is 18 square units. My perimeter would be 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6. And then I have 3 sixes, so I can multiply. I know that 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So my perimeter is 18 units. So on this shape, they have the same area and perimeter, but we're going to find that most shapes will not have the same area and perimeter. Okay, all right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and do another one together. So first off, we're going to find the area of my shape, and then we'll find the perimeter of the shape. And the area is the inside, so we're gonna, whoops. My area is the inside, so I want to see how many squares I have on the inside of my shape. And so to find the area, I know I have 2 on this side, I have 6 on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do 2 times 6 is equal to 12, so my area is equal to 12 square units. And next off, I would find my perimeter, so that is the distance around the outside of the shape. To find my perimeter, I'm going to add my side lengths together. 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 is equal to 6 plus 6 equals 12, plus 2 more is 14, plus 2 more is 16. So my perimeter is equal to 16 square units. And once again, to double check my perimeter, is I could count all of my squares. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And if I wanted to double check my area, I could count all my squares on the inside. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can see once I double check my answers, I know my area is 12 square units and my perimeter is 16. All right, boys and girls, your job is to figure out the area of the shape and then find the perimeter of this shape. So go ahead and do that now, and then you'll type it into the Edpuzzle, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so first off, we're going to figure out my area. So I know I have 3 is my length, 3 is my width. 3 times 3 is equal to 9, so my area is equal to 9 square units. And now I will do my perimeter. I'm going to add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So I could say that 3, 4, I have 4 3s, so I could do 4 times 3, and 4 times 3 equals 12. My perimeter is 12 units. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and go on to our next slide. Hey, so this is your math assignment for today. I want you to figure out the area and the perimeter. Oops. Of shape, call it F, and then I want you to figure out your area and perimeter of shape, we'll call it G. So that is your math assignment for today. So you'll do this on Classroom. So now I'll go ahead and go back to Classroom, and you're going to find the area and the perimeter of shape F and the area and the perimeter of shape G. And that is your math lesson for today.